Welcome to reality TV, where everything you do and say is taken out of context and edited together to make you and everybody else look bad.
You mean our talent? Yeah. Shut up.
Hi Bustle, I'm Lo Bosworth. I'm the founder and chairwoman of the board at Love Wellness. You really require me to go back into like the vault of my mind. Do I even have an NDA anymore? I don't know.
I have not found a cute white dress like ever. They're all trashy and tacky.
Oh, you're kidding.
When MTV first came to Laguna, the OC was on, the scripted show, and it was so popular. We were excited, but we had no clue what we were getting ourselves into. We thought maybe it was gonna be a short documentary about growing up in Orange County, and it turned into something that was so much bigger than that. I really never liked watching the episodes back. It just felt very cringe to me. I was like, oh God, there I am.
Let's do a group shot on the grass and then let's go.
Bossy, per usual. Frankly, I don't have a very clear recollection of that happening, probably because I was under the influence of alcohol. But I think if memory serves correct, they were allowed to shoot the senior prom because it wasn't on the Laguna Beach High School, school property, because the school board didn't allow them to film there, which was obviously the right decision. But gosh, yeah, that night is foggy. I think that a lot of sort of inappropriate behavior from networks executives is coming to light.
Hollywood is on strike, entertainers are fighting for residuals, and no one will promote anything. Why isn't reality TV on strike? Or we're getting screwed too. People on the hills and The Bachelor and Bachelorette get paid peanuts to do what they do, and people can still watch those episodes from years gone by.
I'm a fan of Bethenny, so I have been following what she's been saying about unionizing, and I actually think it's a great idea. I was once locked in a room until I said something and wasn't let out until I said it. Bad stuff happens when you are shooting reality TV, and unless you have great representation and you've been in the industry for a while, it can be really, really tough to stand up for yourself, and so I think that unionizing is a great idea. Wow, that tear worked hard. An iconic reality television moment. I don't know if she purposefully wore regular mascara versus waterproof for that, but genius move. Finale. This was very controversial. I think that Kristen and Brody maybe were the only people who were aware of sort of the alternate ending, but I thought it was actually a pretty cheeky way to end the show. And it certainly gives a lot of people cover where now they can say, oh, the show was totally fake whenever they did something naughty or bad or inappropriate. They'd be like, that wasn't real. There was never a fake backdrop. That was totally shot on a set in Hollywood, that ending. No, there were never fake backdrops. It was always a real restaurant, a real house. There were no green screens. We filmed on real locations, but we definitely would show up and know what the scene was, for that day. They would reposition the cameras, 3 or 4 times, and we would do it until the, directors were satisfied. It was a real job, real show.
Don't care. We'll never be friends.
Aw, Audrina. So I haven't really talked about too many of my controversies on the hills because really there weren't very many of them. But the whole Lauren and Audrina are not friends was a manufactured storyline that they came up with in the 3rd season that I was not even aware of until that season came out. Reality TV has a tendency to influence cast members' feelings when they see an episode being played back to them, whether it's real or not. And so when we were recording that episode that you just watched, It was based on like a fully manufactured drama between Audrina and myself, if I remember correctly, because yeah, until season 3 came out, I had no idea that we weren't friends. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the bad guy this season. And it happens to everybody in reality TV at some point, but you don't know it until the show is actually like out and being consumed by the public. And by then, all bets are off. When I was growing up, I really wanted to be a doctor. I did not anticipate that reality TV was going to come into my life, but it did, and now I'm the founder of a wellness business, and so I get to combine my love of science with great business acumen. It is a very crowded space at this point, and so go for something that's really original, that's incredibly authentic to you and to your story, and then hopefully you'll find success.